Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. Countdown for launch of India's solar mission Aditya L1 to start today at Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh. Union Home Minister Amit Shah to start Amrit Kalash Yatra from New Delhi this afternoon under Meri Mati-Mera Desh campaign. Invoice incentive scheme Mera Bill Mera Adhikaar to begin today in select states and union territories. IMD says monthly rainfall in September is most likely to be normal. India beat Malaysia 7-5 and Japan 35-1 to enter semifinals of Asian Hockey Fives World Cup Qualifiers at Salalah in Oman. And newly crowned world champion Neeraj Chopra finishes second in men's javelin event in Zurich Diamond League. And now the news in detail. The countdown for launch of India's solar mission Aditya L1 will start today at Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh. ISRO Chairman S. Somnath said that the space agency is getting ready for tomorrow's launch of the country's ambitious Aditya L1.
So we are just getting ready for the launch. The rocket and satellite is ready. We completed the rehearsal for the launch. We have to start the countdown.
The launch of the first space-based Indian observatory to study the sun is scheduled at 11:50 a.m. tomorrow from Sriharikota Space Station in Andhra Pradesh. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Aditya L1 mission will be the first of its kind to study and research the sun's atmosphere and everything related to it. The 1500 kg spacecraft will carry 7 payloads to study different parts of the sun's atmosphere. These devices will study different parts of the sun, including its outer layer, the corona. 4 of these devices look directly at the sun from a special position called L1, while the other 3 study particles and fields at the same point. These studies help us learn about how solar activity affects the space between planets. The Aditya L1 payload are expected to provide crucial information about various aspects of the sun like coronal heating, coronal mass ejections, pre-flare and flare activities, space weather dynamics and the movement of particles and fields. Sudhindra, Akashvani News, Bengaluru.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah will start the Amrit Kalash Yatra from New Delhi today under the Meri Mati-Mera Desh campaign. The campaign was announced on the 9th of August to honour the country's martyred braveheart men and women. Amrit Kalash Yatra will be organised across the country, under which soil will be carried from all corners of the country in 7,500 urns to create an Amrit Vatika in Delhi. This Amrit Vatika will be built near the National War Memorial and will symbolise the commitment to Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. In his Mann Ki Baat program on Akashvani last month, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had said that in September, the campaign will be organised to collect soil from every house in every village of the country. He said the holy soil of the country will be deposited in thousands of Amrit Kalash urns. At the end of October, people in thousands will reach the country's capital Delhi with the Amrit Kalash Yatra.
देश के गांव से कोने कोने से 7500 कलशों में मिट्टी लेकर ये अमृत कलश यात्रा देश की राजधानी दिल्ली पहुंचेगी। ये यात्रा अपने साथ देश के अलग अलग हिस्सों से पौधे लेकर भी आएगी। 7500 कलश में आई माटी और पौधों से मिलाकर फिर नेशनल वॉर मेमोरियल के समीप अमृत वाटिका का निर्माण किया जाएगा। ये अमृत वाटिका एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत का भी बहुत ही भव्य प्रतीक बनेगी।
President Draupadi Murmu is on a 2-day visit to Chhattisgarh. Today, on the second day of her visit, the President will attend the 10th convocation ceremony of Guru Ghasidas Central University in Bilaspur. More from our correspondent.
The President will attend the 10th convocation ceremony of Guru Ghasidas Central University at Bilaspur. During this event, the university will confer PhD degrees upon 28 research scholars and award gold medals to 76 students. The President will also visit the famous Mahamaya temple at Ratanpur. Built in the 13th century, the temple is dedicated to the goddess Mahamaya. After returning from Bilaspur, the President will interact with specially protected tribal groups at Raj Bhavan, Raipur. Yesterday, the President launched the state-level program of the Year of Positive Change change at Prajapita Brahmakumari Ishwariya Vishwavidyalaya in Raipur. Vikalp Shukla, Akashvani News, Raipur.
The Invoice incentive scheme, Mera Bill Mera Adhikaar, will begin today. The objective of the scheme is to bring a cultural and behavioral change in the general public to ask for a bill as their right and entitlement. This scheme has been initially launched as a pilot in the states of Assam, Gujarat and Haryana and Union territories of Puducherry, Dadra Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. The scheme will give an attractive reward of 1 crore rupees to the consumers. All business-to-customer invoices issued by GST-registered suppliers to consumers will be eligible for the scheme. The minimum value for invoices to be considered for a lucky draw has been kept at 200 rupees. Union Ministry has said that invoices can be uploaded on mobile application Mera Bill Mera Adhikaar as well as on web portal merabill.gst.gov.in. All residents of India will be eligible to participate in this scheme, irrespective of their state and UT. Maximum 25 invoices can be uploaded by an individual in a month to be considered for the lucky draw. 6th Rashtriya Poshan Mah begins today. The government is celebrating it throughout the month of September this year. The flagship initiative of the central government, Poshan Abhiyan, has been instrumental in advancing nutritional outcomes for pregnant women, lactating mothers, adolescent girls and children under 6 years of age in a comprehensive manner. Women and Child Development Ministry said this year the objective is to comprehensively tackle malnutrition through a life cycle approach. The ministry said the focal point of Poshan Mah 2023 is to cultivate widespread awareness concerning critical human life stages, pregnancy, infancy, childhood and adolescence. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at Air News Alerts. A special session of Parliament has been convened from the 18th to the 22nd of this month. The session will have 5 sittings. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi informed this through a social media post. He said amid Amrit Kal, the government is looking forward to having fruitful discussions and debates in the Parliament. Earlier, the monsoon session of Parliament, which began on the 20th of July, had concluded on the 11th of August. The Parliament approved 23 bills in the session, including the Digital Personal Data Protection Bill and the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Bill. India's gross domestic product GDP registered a growth of 7.8% in the April-June quarter of the current fiscal 2023-24 compared to a growth of 6.1% in the previous January to March quarter of fiscal 2022-23. The country's real GDP came in line with economists' estimate of 7.7 to 8.5%. Manufacturing posted a growth of 4.7% in the April-June quarter. The agriculture sector registered a growth of 3.5%, while the services sector grew at 9.2%. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur said India's GDP growth is yet another milestone in country's unstoppable economic growth. In a social media post, Mr. Thakur said India is bound to progress under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi with nation in heart and mission in mind. The warship Mahendragiri, built at Mazgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited, will be launched in Mumbai today. The wife of Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, Dr. Sudesh Dhankar, will launch the warship. Vice President Dhankar will be the chief guest at the ceremony. More from our correspondent.
The warship Mahendragiri, which will be launched by Dr. Sudesh Dhankar today, is the 7th ship of the Project 17A frigates. The warship has been named after a mountain peak in the Eastern Ghats located in the state of Orissa. Mahendragiri is a technologically advanced warship and stands as a symbol of India's determination to embrace its rich naval heritage. Vice President Shri Dhankar will also visit Dharohar, the Heritage Museum of Mazagaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited. Prarthana, Akashvani News, Mumbai.
The Indian Meteorological Department IMD has said that monthly rainfall for September over the country as a whole is most likely to be normal. IMD has forecast normal to above normal rainfall over many areas of northeast India, adjoining East India, foothills of the Himalayas and some areas of East, Central and South Peninsular India. Below normal rainfall is most likely over most areas of the remaining parts of the country. Above normal maximum temperatures are likely over most parts of the country in September, except over some areas in South Peninsular India and some pockets of West Central India, where normal to below normal maximum temperatures are likely. Above normal minimum temperatures are likely over most parts of the country, except for some areas in the extreme North India, where normal to below normal minimum temperatures are likely. The IMD has predicted increase in rainfall activity over east and adjoining central India from tomorrow. Heavy rainfall activity is likely over Gangetic, West Bengal, Odisha and Chhattisgarh. The IMD has also forecast heavy rainfall activity over Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura and Andaman and Nicobar Islands during next 4 days. The Weather Office has also predicted subdued rainfall activity likely over remaining parts of the country during next 4 days. We spoke to the IMD scientist Naresh Kumar about the latest update on the weather.
उड़ीसा, छत्तीसगढ़, तेलंगाना इस राज्यों में थोड़ी रेनफॉल एक्टिविटी बढ़ेगी, जहां पे साउथ इंटीरियर कर्नाटका से लेकर तमिलनाडु तक उसके प्रभाव से तमिलनाडु, केरला इन राज्यों में आइसोलेटेड हैवी रेनफॉल आने वाले कुछ दिनों में हो सकती है। अभी सेंट्रल जोन में वीक मानसून होने की वजह से पूरा सेंट्रल जोन में अभी कोई रेनफॉल एक्टिविटी ज्यादा नहीं हो रही।
On to sports, India beat Malaysia 7-5 and routed Japan 35-1 to enter the semifinals of the men's Asian Hockey Fives World Cup Qualifiers in Salalah, Oman yesterday. With 2 wins on the day, India finished second in its pool with 12 points and earned a direct entry into the semi-finals. They play in the second semi-final of the tournament tomorrow. Pakistan tops the table with 13 points from 5 matches. Iran has 12 points, Malaysia 10 and Kazakhstan 9 points. Newly crowned world champion Neeraj Chopra finished second with a final round throw of 85.71 meters in the men's javelin event of the Diamond League meeting at Zurich yesterday. The 25-year-old Chopra, also the reigning Olympic champion, produced 3 legal throws of 80.79 meters, 85.22 meters and 85.71 meters. He finished behind Jakub Wadleik of Czech Republic, who had won a bronze in the World Championships. The Indian superstar, who was unbeaten this season till yesterday, qualified for the Diamond League finals to be held on the 17th of September in Eugene, USA, with 23 points from 3 meets. He had won the Diamond League trophy last year. In Ladakh, the first ever professional football event in the Union Territory, Climate Football Cup 2023, will kick off from today. The 7-day-long football sporting event is being held at an altitude of 11,000 feet at the Open AstroTurf Stadium at Spituk in Leh. And now, for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Anita Anand.
Thank you, Anuja. As special session of Parliament triggers wild speculation, the Tribune quotes the centre telling the Supreme Court, ready for J&K poll anytime, it's for EC to decide. The Economic Times writes, strong start, Q1 GDP growth at 1-year high of 7.8%, indicating services sector push and pickup in consumer demand. No official statement yet, but Chinese Premier not likely to attend the upcoming summit. The Indian Express says, China yet to confirm if she will attend G20 meeting, Premier Li an option. Ahead of G20 summit in the national capital, Metro's pedestrian plaza to grace Supreme Court station with aesthetic landscaping and thematic murals, states the Pioneer. Rail Board gets its first woman chief after 118 years with the appointment of Jaya Verma Sinha, cites the Times of India. And finally, Magsaysay Award goes to oncologist based in Assam as the director of Kachar Cancer Hospital and Research Centre. Dr. Ravi Kannan is named as one of the 4 winners, reports Hindustan Times. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Anita. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Countdown for launch of India's solar mission Aditya L1 to start today at Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh. Union Home Minister Amit Shah to start Amrit Kalash Yatra from New Delhi this afternoon under Meri Mati-Mera Desh campaign. Invoice incentive scheme Mera Bill Mera Adhikaar to begin today in select states and union territories. IMD says monthly rainfall in September is most likely to be normal. India beat Malaysia 7-5 and Japan 35-1 to enter semi-finals of Asian Hockey Fives World Cup Qualifiers at Salalah in Oman. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.